Hey my love, welcome to my channel. My name is Felicia Morgan. If it is your first time being here, thank you so much for joining me. And if you are coming about back. Hey my love, welcome to my channel. My name is Felicia Morgan. If it is your first time being here, thank you so much for joining me. And if you are coming back again, it's good to see you. So if you have not already, make sure that you subscribe to this channel so you can get other updates when I drop new videos. And also make sure you follow me on Instagram, FeliciaMorgan.ent. That way you can get encouragement throughout the week. And we, of course, can stay connected. You can DM me, message me. I'll pray for you, all that good stuff. So I wanted to come on here and remind you today of something that I was reminded of recently, and that is that you are a daughter first. It's not about what you do. It's not about what just your obedience level to God. I mean, it is, but it isn't. Does God care about certain things that we do? Yes. Are there certain things He wants us to let go of and not do? Yes. Are there certain ways we should speak to one another, love on one another? Yes. But at the end of the day, He cares about our heart. He cares about us. He cares about us as His children. And think about it like, if you have children, think about them. Or if you have a niece and nephew like myself, think about them. If you have neither of those, think about like a cousin, like a brand new baby cousin that they bring to dinner. That child, that newborn, doesn't do anything, and it can't do anything for you in the state that it's in. So before it can even speak to you like you love it, it's adorable, it's cute, it cries, it wets its diaper and all that stuff it spits up on you, but you love it. And it doesn't do anything for you because you value the life that it is. You understand that it is a part of the family, and you appreciate that child for the worth and the value of who they are as a human being. And that's who we are to God. At our core, we are His children. We are His daughters. And He cares about us and our identity. All that other stuff that we can do, that's great. That's lovely. And He cares about how we treat one another and how we see one another as other children of God, yes. But we cannot be so focused on what we do for God that we lose who we are. And so I was recently reminded of this because there's so much talk about moving in purpose, discovering your purpose, making sure you're moving in purpose, doing all this stuff, right? It's all about what you do for God and the purpose that He's called you for. But if we get lost in what we're doing for God, we can lose sight of who we are. And so I was reminded that sometimes, yes, it's good to pray, yes, it's good to worship and all of that, but sometimes you just have to take time to rest. Sometimes it's good just to take time just to sit there in your personal time with God and just be. And learn to be. Rest in His presence. He is always with us. But just learn to be in that presence without feeling like you have to do anything for that presence. And just rest there and find the peace, find the joy that comes with just being, be the child that climbs up into its parents' lap and just loves to be there because there's comfort and peace and protection in that space. So just be a daughter. The book of Ephesians is my favorite book, and I never really understood why. But every time I would read it, it was like so many scriptures would just jump out at me. And dealing with my identity, the issues of my identity is something that I've had to work on, or challenges that I have faced stem from my identity issues growing up. And not knowing who I was, not knowing my worth, not knowing my value. It affected, how I did my work, how I performed, and how I responded in relationships with other people. And so the book of Ephesians is all about your identity. This is where we find things like you're chosen, you are forgiven, you are redeemed, you are sealed with the Holy Spirit. Yes, all of the Bible tells you who you are, but there's something about Ephesians that really pinpoints, like, this is your identity in the new covenant of Christ. This is who you are, and also this is what you have gained in your inheritance by believing in the blood of his son Jesus Christ. And so I encourage you, if you have faced those same type of struggles, read the book of Ephesians. I believe that you'll be encouraged, and I believe that you will just find that you'll discover more of who you are. You'll get a fresh revelation when you just read it with that open heart and desire to know just who you are and who God says that you are. Not the world, not the people around you, not the people who mean well, but sometimes they don't always say the right things. But what does God have to say about you? That's right. So I challenge you today to take that time to rest in God, to just practice just being in his presence and not doing anything, and really focusing on the peace and the joy that comes from being in that space and in that atmosphere of just being who you are to God and how he sees you, because he loves you. He loves you unconditionally. He delights in you. He delights in the masterpiece that he created you to be. And so don't ever lose sight of that in just attempting to do so much for him when he already loves you for who you are. And when we learn who we are and our identity, everything else that we do will naturally flow from there. And when we do it that way, we will always do the right things. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that message encourages you in your walk today. If you know someone who needs to hear that, go ahead and share it with them. Please like this video before you go, and of course subscribe if you haven't already, so that way you can get the notification the next time one drops. And I will see you next time. Bye.